please talk to me? I miss you. I miss you. Don't you talk to me? I miss you and I love you so much. I want you in my life. I wish you do.
Jessica Boyle been blowing up my god phone, talking all this mad shit about me, saying I'm gonna die alone and shit. She's talking about herself at this point, because she needs to les it out with Jessica Messica. The two have a crush on each other. Jessica Boyle is approaching the boxed wine in Catland, as Terrence Popp famously says. Only for her, it's Bacardi Gold.
Well, my friends, good old KingCobraJFS is talking about Jessica per usual. He's doing a little memorial thingy for someone named Jake E. Lee. I guess he's involved with good old Ozzy Osbourne. You know, we all love that Ozzy Osbourne over there. Me and Cobra, we like two peas on pod, man. We both love that Ozzy Osbourne. He's a rock star, man. And so is Cobra. Cobra's a very famous figure in the internet community, and he's ready to take the world by storm, friends. But I digress. We're going to be looking at some things today. We're going to be looking at him making some steaks, doing a little bit of a food hack, and looking at his $100 pizza. Really wild stuff. Cobra knows how to waste money. The guy is sort of like a black hole for money. He's like a vacuum, man. You give him $100, he'll eat that $100 within one day. You know, I'm not gonna tell you about what's wrong with that, but Cobra thinks that he deserves it, and you know, rightfully so. I mean, look at him with that guitar there. Isn't he so cute? Don't you just want to like pinch his little cheeky cheek? I digress. You get what I'm trying to say. He is one stud.
Fucking worst, dude. Sitting there blowing up my phone, stalking me, fucking blowing up my phone, talking all this mad shit with the voicemails. I got to like 3 of them and I just started deleting all of them, and I'm like, Jesus fucking Christ, what the fuck is wrong with this person? And then she wants to pull this crap where she's doing her crocodile tears. I miss Josh. I'm the best boyfriend she's ever had, and based off of her mental bullshit, if she was like that with every guy she was with, I don't blame her for being single, because no guy would put up with that crap. Jesus fucking Christ. And you know what gets me about this? Let me just take a sip of my mead. I'm just gonna drink it and start a new batch. Nothing you can do about it. It didn't quite turn out like I thought it was gonna. Don't matter, I'll just make another batch. It's all good.
Now that's what's up, complaining about your ex-girlfriend who's stalking you all the time and giving her the attention that she doesn't need. You know, it's really counterproductive by saying, I'm not gonna give her attention, tubes. I'm not gonna do it. I'm not this time. And it's just like, okay, you're giving her attention by showing this off to your fans and stuff. And I get it, NAL crazy. You know, I get it. I totally get it, 100% Cobes. But like, this is not helping you, dude. This is just sort of like bolstering her. She sees, oh, Joshy is talking about me on his panel. He's talking about me on his videos. That means he's paying attention to me. You know, that's sort of what he's giving her. He's giving her attention, and this is really counterproductive. You know, it's in the same vein as his trolls, as his YouTube trolls, as he always talks about them. And by saying, I'm not gonna talk about you, you're just gonna get banned, you know, that's just giving them attention. He loves to feed his trolls, and he's feeding Jessica too. And I'm not sure if he's completely aware of that. It doesn't look like it. He seems to have always been like this. I'm pretty new to the Cobraverse. I'm still pretty new. I'm learning my little lessons every day, folks. And you know, I hope you guys learn with me, because this is one kooky character, man. He's like a cartoon. But we're gonna go ahead and drink up this rotten mead that he straight up said didn't turn out well. He mentioned it there. He said that it didn't turn out quite how he wanted it to be, which I think that suggests a few things. That may suggest it's not sweet. I don't know what mead we're on. This might be the Reese's peanut butter cups with all the chocolate and peanut butter and stuff. How that is supposed to ferment, I don't know. It might not even be this one. He could have finished that one off weeks ago, and I might be mistaken, but, you know, it's crazy that he does stuff like this. Drinking mead that he doesn't even like. Like, oh my god, just go buy yourself something safe at the grocery store, dude. There's this thing called a grocery store, Cobes. I know, right? You can buy vodka there, wine, and all this other stuff. And guess what? You don't even need to pay the delivery fee. You just gotta go there and get it, you know? You can do store pickup if you want, but Cobes is not willing to do that. I don't know why, but
no, dude, what kills me about it is if I make a video saying, hey, leave my ex-crushers the f*** alone. I don't care if they want to date me or f*** me. I got plenty of fangirls, and even if I didn't, I still wouldn't care. Just leave them the f*** alone. I get accused of stalking because my YouTube trolls go out of their fucking way to make my life hell. And how is that fair to me or to anyone? And I'll be damned. I'll talk about whatever the fuck I want to talk about on my channel. If you don't like it, don't watch. That doesn't give you the right to fucking harass whatever, you know? But when I'm actually getting stalked, I'm the one getting stalked by my ex-girlfriend. She's blowing up my phone, calling me from her mom's phone, from Discord. I blocked her on Discord earlier. She sent me a friend invite and was trying to call me, decline, block, ignore. If Jessica Boyle really loved me, she would let go of me, but she won't. I got this crazy hooked on my cock. She is so fucking cock-whipped, it is sad. And it's like, with Jessica, if she wasn't so mentally insane, I could put up with her, you know? Because I'm used to being trolled. Every chick I fucking talk to gets scared off because my YouTube trolls can't get chicks. So if I talk about chicks or date them and they're on my channel, they get harassed. It's the truth because my trolls can't stop sucking my and they can't admit, you know what? Cobra's got good taste in women.
Yes, really great taste in women, Cobra. I see. You know, I hate to say it, Cobes, but you're pretty much wrong on that front, dude. Like, this is pretty bad. This whole situation's pretty bad. You can't claim that you got good taste in women and then go date Jessica. You just can't do that, man. Like, look at that, man. Look at that. I don't even want to say what I have to say about her, but you know, if you want to date a spitter from Left 4 Dead, you know, go for it. You know, that's up to you. But don't be surprised when people criticize you for doing such. You know, you gotta take the punches, man. You gotta roll with them. You can't just say that you didn't do this, that you still, you know, have your cake and eating it too, you know? It's just ridiculous, Cobes. You don't have very super great taste in women, you know? There's attractive people in the world, and, yeah, no. And then there's, like, good personality. There's a lot of qualities of a partner that you could want, but Jessica has probably none of those, so...
And they can't admit that, you know what? Yeah, you know what? I'd f*** the chicks that Cobra used to like. He's got good taste in chicks, dude. And it's never gonna happen for them or for me, so all they can do is try to make it worse by bullying them on my behalf, and then I get blamed for stalking them. That is complete and utter bullshit. I'm like, you know what? F*** you. I want to make a video, and I'm like, you know what? Leave them alone. I make a video saying, hey, leave them the f*** alone, and somehow that makes me a stalker? F*** right off, dude. And now I got Jessica Boyle blowing up my goddamn phone, calling me every nasty name in the book, talking all this shit. And then that's the one message that I didn't delete just so I could save it and laugh at it on YouTube. Fucking hilarious, dude. Oh, that's right, because stalking doesn't work for men, because all men are creeps, right, ladies? Right off.
I never understand this thing that King Cobra does where he makes it like a gendered issue. It's like, okay, when men do it, it's wrong, but everybody looks over the females. And it's just like, no, Cobes, no. Like, everybody kind of understands, like, crazy women. You know, there are crazy men and then there's crazy women. It's not really a one or the other case. You know, I don't know where he's getting all this from. I mean, there are crazy men and crazy women, you know, equality and all that stuff. You know, I've met crazy women, I've met crazy men. I've encountered a lot of different people on the earth, and so has everybody else. You know, I've heard various stories about crazy boyfriends, crazy girlfriends, and this is a very good case of a crazy girlfriend. But it's not really a gendered issue. Everybody encounters a bad spouse, a bad girlfriend, a bad boyfriend, whatever. And it's just, no, it's not really a gendered thing. Everybody kind of understands that, you know, if a woman does it, it's bad, and if a man does it, it's also bad. Same thing.
I could get a goth chick in her 20s that's way harder and way less problematic than this bitch. And men can be too, and you know what I'm saying? You gotta just, toxic people in general, get rid of them. And if you got toxic people in your life, just get rid of them, YouTube. You don't need that in your life, cuz. Now, that's excluding family, of course, because you got to be there for your family regardless. But I'm just saying, outside of that, like if it's a girlfriend or friend kind of thing, and they're toxic, just get rid of them. You know what I'm saying? Because you don't need that in your life. Jessica Boyle is fastly approaching dying alone in her parents' house with too many cats to take care of, being a bitter old drunk woman who hates men, and wasting her life away on Bacardi Gold and shitty weed. And I think the only reason why Jessica Boyle's parents put up with her, to be honest, is because they know she's mentally insane, she's got problems, and she couldn't survive the real world. And they put up with her and let her stay there because they love her. And honestly, that makes them saints, in my opinion.
You know, I think Josh is right about something here. I think he is correct about something. That, you know, you should cut out toxic people in your life and do what's best for yourself. You know, it might not be easy. It might not be easy at all. It could be extremely difficult for you, you know, especially if it's somebody that you live with. To try and cut them out is almost impossible because you guys live together. You know, you got to see each other every day and such. And, you know, that can be a very difficult thing, especially within the finances range. However, this is King Cobra, ladies and gentlemen. He has no right to talk about how Jessica smokes weed or is an alcoholic. You know, I don't know if Cobra has like improved in his alcoholism. I've seen him fall down sometimes. I've seen him pass out in the middle of streams before, and like police were called and he had to answer the door. I've seen stuff like that. So I don't know if he's still doing that or if he's not. I don't know. I haven't seen it recently, but I have seen it before. So, you know, the point is that Cobra, you shouldn't be throwing rocks from your glass house, man. That's all I gotta say.
What's up, YouTube? So we got some steaks. We got some fucking steaks. Are called, you can see it right there on the label, but they're boneless. That's all I know, is that they're boneless beef steaks. And we're gonna need to cook both of them for our food hack. And before we cook both of them for our food hack, we're gonna need to do a couple things. One, we're gonna take our fork and we're going to stab both steaks all the way through, because I let these steaks de-thaw to room temp. Make, you know what I'm saying, when they're nice and de-thawed to room temperature.
Just gotta love the camera angle as always. You know, Cobra, you get so much donation money, you get so much money per month, you know, selling wands and all that stuff. Like, we all know that you sell wands just to keep your account out of the negative, you know. I just wish he knew some basic money management skills, you know. Instead of spending $100 on a single pizza and doing all this stuff, he could buy groceries like everybody else, you know. I wish he knew how to do something like that, but he doesn't really have a car to go to the grocery store, but he could at least get it delivered, man. Like, if he got it delivered as groceries instead of restaurant fast food, he could save a lot of his money, but he won't. But on another note, about him stabbing the steak with the fork, you know, he's actually doing something right for once. I never have cooked a steak myself, but apparently puncturing holes into it or make it more tender, he's actually doing something right, which is probably the only right thing that he does in this video. He decided to grab the bacon grease, the bacon fat, and then butter too, and just dump a ton of that stuff right onto the steak. It's a horrific sight, and I'm gonna show you right now.
We're gonna add some seasoning to them. Some freshly ground black pepper. Then we're gonna add some onion powder. Then we're gonna add some garlic salts. A little bit of onion powder and some garlic salts. Now what we're gonna do is we're gonna add these steaks to our greasy pan. Season the side first. The seasoned side put down first. Everything else, the packaging is, yeah. Okay, so now we're gonna add the same seasoning to the top of our steaks. We're gonna add some freshly cracked black pepper to the steaks. These bone-free beef steaks.
Just the guy can't taste anything anymore. He needs so much black pepper and onion powder and all this other stuff. Garlic powder, I think he put on there. But I fast forwarded it. I put it on 3 times speed whenever he was putting on the seasonings. And he put on those seasonings for at least a minute straight each, you know. He was just pumping all that onion powder, all these seasonings onto there. And it's more than likely because he can't taste anything anymore. He's just gotten too much YouTube. He's got too much on his tongue. I don't even know what color his tongue would be. I bet it's like yellow, maybe a little bit of brown. I don't know. I know his teeth are messed up, and he's very much aware about his teeth situation. Cobra lets his food cool a lot. He doesn't chew his food or eat it whenever it's hot nor cold. It has to be like room temperature. Otherwise, it hurts his teeth, you know? And I don't know how he's gonna eat these steaks without hurting his teeth. I'm like a super duper like paranoid that he's gonna bite into it and lose a tooth in the process, you know? But he doesn't end up cooking them very well done. I would say they're probably like medium rare, maybe rare. I'm not sure. It's definitely not well done, I'll tell you that much. But let's just watch how he annihilates these steaks with not just seasonings, but like I mentioned earlier, the butter and bacon grease.
There it is. With all the seasonings. Now what we're gonna do, YouTube, is we're going to turn on the pan to a medium heat. And we're going to barely cook these steaks so they're nice and pink in the middle. We're going to take some Country Crock Original. And we're going to grab a fresh spoon. And we're going to take a little bit of the Country Crock and put a chunk, a huge ass fucking chunk on each top of the steak. Nice even proportions there. Those look pretty fucking tasty. Then we're gonna grab some bacon up and put a couple of chunks of that on top of our butter spread. And the butter spread on top of each steak. Boneless goodness right there. Now I want to take and turn the pan up